Hi everyone, another weekend, and yes, I got a haircut. I know it's quite severe, but I was getting sick of it long, and it's one thing, it does grow again. You know, you may have a heart attack, you're not going to grow a new heart, but your hair will grow. Anyway, today's video is about heart recovery, basically, the steps to a heart recovery, how long before you're fully recovered after a heart attack. And I just say before I start, I'm not a doctor, I'm giving you my opinion. So if you're wanting sort of doctor's advice or anything, you just turn the video off and make an appointment with your doctor. Basically, what I'm trying to do on my video channel is talk to people that have had stents, heart attacks, are worried about their sort of heart palpitations or stuff. And, you just want to share advice. I mean, at the end of the day, that's the way I think, we should be in this world. But unfortunately, too many people just want to criticise. I had my heart attack in January 20th, 2008. And even today, I'm still making a recovery from that heart attack. I'm sort of 13 years on. The heart attack recovery, well, I had the heart attack on Sunday. I got stented on the Friday. And, excuse me. And then I was sent home and I sort of rested for a while. But unlike the 70s, when you had a heart attack back in the 60s, 50s and 70s, if you were lucky enough to survive back then, you were told to rest. Now, after you recover from the heart attack in your home, the last thing you want to do is rest. Rest up the first couple of days, maybe the first week, but then go out for a walk or something like that there, or slowly. If you can't do that, walk about the house, but keeping your feet and, exercise. It's very important that first period, those first couple of months, that you get some good exercise into yourself. And you'll probably find, I think it was about 6 to 8 weeks after I had the heart attack, I got the letter from the hospital to do the cardio rehab. I wasn't going to bother because I know I come across on here like, I'm a people sort of person. Well, I mean, I look at people sort of person, don't I, but I don't really bother much with people. I actually live on my own. I'm a bit of a sort of a recluse, a sort of a hard Hughes and a France top, But anyway, the main thing of a heart recovery is you, and then if you know what to do and you do it, you're going to make that heart recovery. And it's not like your dad's time or anything like that. They're going back sort of 60s, 70s, where 7 out of 10 people would have died from a heart attack, maybe more, Whereas nowadays, there's so much advancement in cardio, cardio sort of equipment and stuff like that. That the echogram and the treadmill where they attach you up, the dye test, and you've got your mobile phone with all, I'm having sort of so many heartbeats a minute. You text it, all the information's there. You go to YouTube, obviously you're watching me on YouTube now, but all that technology is there for you. I find anyway, after I started doing my walking, I started doing a wee bit of cycling, and then I went to my doctor because I asked my doctor could he arrange for me to actually go up and have the echogram, because if you don't ask, you don't get. I remember my old granny telling me that, and it's a true old saying. Once you leave the hospital, after they send you for the cardio rehab and you've done that, you don't hear from them again, So if you're like me, I'm the sort of bugger that I want the things done. I've worked all my life, I've paid taxes and so on, so I want to get my stuff. I want to get a sort of cardiogram and stuff like that there, and get the sort of treadmill test and get myself tested every other year. I'm not going to sit back and then I got my cholesterol tested the other day. It was actually quite normal. So, pay your taxes, get your stuff done, recover from your heart. Anyway, after a couple of months, I started to feel, fit again. And I started to do a better diet, and I came off the alcohol. And then I lost about 2 stone as well, but as you can see, I put a good lot of it back on again, but I've got the old Fitbit going, and I'm doing a lot of challenges and a lot of steps, and I'm hoping to lose a lot of weight, because having a lot of weight hanging about you, you know, you are putting pressure on your heart. You know, if you're overweight like myself, you will know you are straining your heart, really. You know, if you're smoking after a heart attack, all I can say is seriously, are you still smoking after a heart attack? You need your head tested. That is no. But anyway, I went swimming. It was great, the swimming, so it was. Obviously, I asked my doctor about it, because he gave me a wee pass. You get a free pass for 3 months gym membership if you after a heart attack. But anyway, he said it was okay to swim, just don't be strenuous, you know. But I did this swimming for about 6 or 7 months before I stopped, and I don't know why I stopped. I think it was a membership, because believe it or not, for an old age pensioner, it's still like £20-25 a month for the membership. I don't know about you, but I think that's wrong. You know, you've sort of worked for 65, and I haven't worked for 65 years. Obviously, you're not going to work from a baby. Although it is hard work whenever you're a baby and they're sort of feeding you that stuff into your mouth, and it's horrible and you want to spit it out, you know. But anyway, besides the point, swimming was fantastic. Swimming just builds up every muscle in your body, really builds up the old heart muscle, and that's it. Another thing, you know, with heart recovery as well, and they gave me this whenever I was out doing the exercise, and you should actually test yourselves for it. I find a Fitbit very helpful. I must actually do a video on the Fitbit and the heart. But if you're out having a long walk, and you're really pushing it up the hill and so on, and you're checking your sort of Fitbit, my heartbeat's actually 100 now. It was probably me getting excited talking to you. See what you do to me? You excite me. But anyway, what you do is you go out for your sort of walk, and the minute you come in, you check your heart rate, which would probably be around about 100, 115, 120, right? Now, what you do, this is to tell whether your heart is working properly. Say it's 116, right? You sit down like me, so you do, when you come in, have a wee glass of water or something like that, and then you sort of take a few breaths, sort of relax, you know, and sort of just keep relaxing like that. And then you look at your Fitbit, and you notice that your heart rate is starting to come down. Now, if your heart is healthy and fit, after you've exercised and you've got your heart rate up to about 112, 115, your heart rate should come back down to 70 odds, you know. And if it does that within 5 minutes, then you're actually quite healthy, you know. If it sort of is at 115 and you come back, and it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to come down to about whatever it comes down to, you know, you should see your doctor, have a word with your doctor about it, you know. But recovering from the heart, I was actually back driving within, say not to drive for about 6 weeks. I was able to drive after about 4 weeks, so I was, and I was basically able to do everything within 4 weeks, because I went back to work after 6 weeks. Although I work in an office, so I mean, it'd be different if I was a labourer. I probably would have had to take longer off. But after about a year, after the heart, you know, the stent had sort of really, it took really well, and I was able to stop taking the Plavix. I hated taking the Plavix. There were so many side effects with Plavix. Gave me real bad constipation. And then when I did eventually go to the toilet, it felt like I was giving birth. Not that I would know, well, I actually would know what giving birth's like, because I was at the birth of my daughter, so I knew what it was like giving birth, but I wasn't the one feeling the pain. So anyway, there you go. But no, you sort of look after yourself, and then sort of you get into a stage where you're 5 years past your heart attack, and you start to get a wee bit complacent. I know I did, and I started drinking again, and I thought, I read an article, red wine's good for your heart and all this here, Josh, you know. Red wine is good for your heart, but only if you take a glass a night, not a bottle. You take a bottle a night, and your heart, after so many years, is going to be really, really weak with all the red wine. You know, you know, you don't drink too much. You've got to look after yourself. You've got to keep a positive mind as well, you know. I remember after one of my videos, one of the guys, he had just had a stent, he was a bit worried and so on, and he said my video actually cheered him up. Don't know how looking at my face would make anybody cheer up, but he said it cheered him up because of my positive attitude. it's because no matter what happens in my life, I'm not going to sort of go down and have a downer on it and stuff like that there. What's the point? You know, it's like if somebody sort of insults you or something like that there, or somebody in work sort of pisses you off and so on, and you go into a huff over it and all that there, and you get all worked up over it, who's it going to affect? Do you want me to tell you? Or have you guessed who it's going to affect? It only affects you. You know, just let life flow over you. And, you know, try not to worry about the fact that you've had a heart attack. I've had a heart attack. I'm coming into 14 years now. I had it at 53. I'm 67 now. And I certainly intend, touch wood here, I don't want to be putting a scud in myself just but dropping dead next. But no, with technology today, I can see myself living well into my 80s, and who knows, I might even get into the 90s, you know, but I don't know, do I really want to be alive in my late 90s? You know, maybe they'll have a new advancement in technology where they'll sort of give you a new sort of body and stuff like that, you know. But no, I have no fear at all, because I know even if I have to get another stent or something like that, I don't know about you guys, but I knew I was having a heart attack sort of months beforehand because I had jaw pain and other symptoms. I've done videos about it, so if you want to check back and check them out, you'll see what the warning signs are for a heart attack. But if you know your body, you'll know if something's wrong, and then you can contact the hospital and then get another stent fitted. And, you know, it's just like going to the barbers and getting your hair cut, but Jesus Christ, don't get your hair cut like that, whatever you do, you know. It's just like your car, you know. You service your car. If you're driving your car and something just doesn't feel right, will you keep driving the car? Of course you won't keep driving the car. You'll get down and see the mechanic and say, I was driving the car and I was driving it. There was a wee noise, it didn't feel right. He fixes it and your car goes for another couple of years. I was in hospital, and when I was in hospital, I was talking to this guy who actually had chest pains for a week before he went into the hospital. He only went into the hospital because he collapsed of a really bad heart chest pain, and his wife phoned the ambulance. He could have went up to the bloody hospital a week beforehand. Don't worry about wasting the hospital's time. You know, you've paid your taxes and stuff like that there. Get yourself up if you worry about it, you know. As for heart recovery these days is easy. And the main thing is exercise, exercise, exercise. Obesity, get rid of that. You don't want to be carrying a couple of stone overweight. Get rid of it. Water, get water into you. Nothing beats water, because dehydration thickens the blood. Definitely does, and it puts your blood pressure up. And you know what happens when your blood pressure's up? Boom, heart attack. So my heart recovery in all took me 6 months to a year. But I was my old self again, back to work, driving, out walking, and feeling good after 6 months. And I have no reason to believe that you couldn't be the same. So if you've just had a stent, heart attack, and you're worried, don't be worried at all. Just remember, this is 2021. It's not 1961. Technology has really advanced, and it's advanced to our advantage. You know, we are like, what would you call it? We're just like a car. You know, if a part goes, they'll bring us up to the hospital and put a new part in, and then you'll live for another few years. And then if something feels wrong again, bring you in, get another heart, you know, another stent and so on, or, you know, but just keep, you know, we are in the best age ever for heart disease. Anyway, if you've had a heart attack, I wish you a speedy recovery. I really do. I noticed that the main country now that is watching my videos is India. So I want to wish all you Indian people a very, very thank you. I hope that COVID isn't affecting any of you guys that are watching my videos out there in India. And I hope that, what do you call it, Delhi strain of virus is not hitting any of us. I really do. Please hit the button there to subscribe. Hit the other button to like. I like. Who doesn't like a like? Everybody does. You know, we're all alike. Get it? Did you get a wee joke there? We're all alike. Right, okay, you didn't. Anyway, the wee bell there notifies you of any new videos. It's a Saturday here in sunny Belfast. It's not sunny in Belfast at all. It was sunny one day. You know, that was about it. But anyway, enjoy your weekend. I'm just going to watch a YouTube video and see what's happening. But do subscribe and do take care of yourselves. And thanks very much for watching. I appreciate every single watch. Take care. All the best. Bye bye.